Hello and welcome to this edition of Riskex News Review. Later, we bring you a story of an NHS trust that has been fined £1 million after a patient died. However, first of all, we have some exciting news from Riskex HQ. I'd like to introduce you to Claire Delo, who is our Senior Safety Consultant who's returning to Riskex, so some of our viewers may recognise her. Welcome back, Claire.
Thank you, Catherine. It's great to be back here again.
So you have a huge amount of experience and a multitude of talents to offer the Riskex client base. So tell us a bit about your background.
My background, Catherine, is I've been in health and safety now for 29 years, working very closely with AssessNET, helped develop it in its onset in 2001. I'm CMI-OSH qualified, also a NEBOSH trainer, and I've been working over the last 5 years in one of our large clients implementing and using AssessNET.
You're heading up our consultancy services, so what are the kind of services that you can actually offer to our clients?
My role is going to be to help our clients implement AssessNET, do project management, and also to ensure that everyone gets full use of AssessNET, including some compliance health checks, helping with accident investigation, and also training on all the modules and competency-based training for our users.
So what are the unique benefits that you're actually bringing to the team?
As a practical user of AssessNET over the last 5 years, I know what a safety manager needs to get from AssessNET, and I can help with all of our clients to make sure that they can pull out all their management reports, produce their KPIs, and go to board meetings with all the information that they need very easily.
So if anyone watching this would like to talk to you about a specific requirement, then what should they do?
It would be great to hear from anyone who even just wants a chat. The number is on the screen, so please feel free to give me a call at any time and we can start a conversation and see how I can help.
Thank you, Claire. I'm sure you're looking forward to hearing from everyone to answer their questions and perhaps even hearing from some old friends. Thanks very much. On a more sober note, today's Riskex News Review story brings home the importance of ensuring users have sufficient training about the functionality of equipment, as well as making sure they aren't tempted to make their own dangerous adaptations. This tragic case is where a physiotherapy hoist was used inappropriately and without the correct training, leading to a patient at Boston Pilgrim Hospital being impaled by an exposed metal post. After the patient died of catastrophic internal injuries in 2012, United Lincolnshire Hospitals NHS Trust was recently found guilty by a jury and has now been fined £1 million and ordered to pay £160,000 in costs. During the patient's treatment at the hospital, the hoist was modified when staff removed a knee pad contrary to the safe way of operating the equipment. This left a post exposed and the patient was impaled when he fell. Judge Michael Heath, passing sentence at Lincoln Crown Court, said, "I am satisfied that the staff using the hoist were not properly trained in its use. Employees were having to work out for themselves how to use the hoist. The practice developed of the knee pad being removed. The danger it presented was glaringly obvious. During a 3-week trial, the jury heard that staff were not adequately trained in the use of the hoist and instead developed their own way of using it, which was contrary to the manufacturer's instructions. In its defence, the Trust argued that the patient's death wasn't caused by the failings in training, but by the manufacturer for design faults and failure to provide an adequate operating manual. Michael Spencer QC, in mitigation, said the Trust has since taken steps to rectify the issues which arose from the fatality. He said, "We submit that the Trust has a good health and safety record and has good health and safety procedures in place." That's it for today's Riskex News Review. I know that Claire and the team will be delighted to hear from you if you have any questions or if you need help with the project. Thanks for watching.